I am so sad to tell this to you that yesterday I was in a presentation and one of my vice president of the company, I feel pity about him. He is a vice president giving the presentation to CIOs and CXOs. I was one of the participants. I was feeling pity about him, I'm telling you. And I must tell you the way he started was it. All right, okay. You know what? So we spoke about this. So his agenda for this meeting. Oh, okay. So many ums and ahs, so many and I mean it was so confusing, and I was feeling like what these people are thinking about him. So the biggest problem with corporate professionals, Ibrahim, these days is that they do not know how to start a formal presentation, and the repercussion of that is when the start is poor, when the start occurs on a bad note, it impacts the entire presentation because you have spoiled the first presentation, impression. Okay. So in order to make sure that we win at the beginning, so we have this formula which is called WCAB vocab formula. Okay. And if this WCAB, and we discussed about this, and there are examples to this. For example, WF welcome. You need to welcome people who are here and show your excitement and enthusiasm. Don't be like a, insects. Don't be like a boring cow. You have to be energetic and exciting. Remember, I always talk about energy, which is the main differentiator between two people. And then context, talk about what is the context, what is the background story, did you do similar kind of event last time, what were your learnings, talk about context. And then talk about agenda. I am so sad to tell this to you that yesterday I was in a presentation and one of my vice president of the company, while he was presenting a presentation, I must tell you, he was communicating so poorly, so confused. I feel pity about him. He is a vice president giving the presentation to CIOs and CXOs. I was one of the participants. I was feeling pity about him, I'm telling you. The only thing that I want, and I must tell you, the way he started was it. All right, okay. You know what? So we spoke about this. So his agenda for this meeting. Oh, okay. So many ums and ahs, so many and I mean it was so confusing, and I was feeling like what these people are thinking about him.
Did he look nervous or like?
He did not look nervous, but he was so poorly communicating. And you know what? I can't even give the feedback to him. It's like,
yes,
you can't teach your boss how to make babies, right?
yes.
So you can't teach him. You can't give him the feedback because he may not be receptive and he may take it in a negative way for you.
Definitely. Not
So
all.
I mean, I feel pity for these kind of people. So agenda, this is where you need to come to agenda, and then finally talk about the benefit statement. You are freaking not talking about how this presentation is going to help you, how they will tolerate you for next 1 hour. This benefit statement is one of the most interesting point for the audience who is listening to you, who will know that, okay, if I am here, what is the reason of my presence in this meeting? If you don't talk about this benefit statement, then you're wasting your audience's time. The benefit statement in your case could be that this will help you to do your investigations properly. This report, this presentation at the end will keep you updated of what is happening across all of these projects. Right? So like,
Agenda, I have seen one question.
Yeah.
Agenda, I have seen people have bullet points,
Correct. They have
just
this.
read the bullet.
Hmm.
But they just read the bullet. Is there any additional flavor that we can add, or just?
I would like to tell you that so I am a strong believer. Whatever is there in your resume or in the presentation, people can read that. You need to talk about the background story, connect the dots. So if I give you your example, welcome everyone to this event where we have done an investigation of this project. I'm really excited to have you all here. I remember meeting some of you in the previous event on June 4, and the topic was about the investigation results of that particular project. But today I'm going to talk about, over the course of next 30 minutes, I'm going to talk about the investigation result of this particular project. And we have found these interesting things that has come out, and I'm sure if we try to mitigate them and fix them, this is going to help us. One of the good thing about this presentation is that at the end of this presentation you will learn about some of the best techniques of investigations and also the results that we have got, and if we implement them you will save yourself from a possible threats and risk which may, if they occur may cause a damage to cost, to budget, or any such kind of a thing. So stay tuned. So I'd like to take a pause here and ask if there are any questions before I move to the next presentation. Next slide. See,
Yes, it's like very comprehensive.
rather saying
Even without getting
rather
into
saying
the
hi everyone. So we are going to discuss about these agenda. Tap 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 to 3 point. Let me move to the next presentation. This is exactly what people do.
yeah, most of
Neither you have greeted people, neither you have given the background and the context, because there will be 90% of the population who may be new to this town hall, who may not be even aware of what is going to happen, what happened in the past.
yes.
You directly came to the agenda and then you move to the next slide without even asking if there are any questions or without even telling them what is in for them.
And people most of the time, even if sometimes the presentation is good, at the end it is left down to them to decide, what is my key takeaway.
And during the entire
Sometimes,
presentation, people
yeah,
exert their
exactly.
knowledge.
Yes,
People exert their knowledge. They just tell what they know. They don't tell what people want to hear, right? So you remember this vocab filmer, and I have given this example as well. Welcome everyone to this town hall with Ibrahim. I'm thrilled to have you all here today. I remember meeting some of you in the previous town hall on May 23, where we spoke about revenue maximization profits. Over the course of next 30 minutes, we will be discussing about introduction of cost model, process efficiencies, I think case studies, which will help reduce the cost of overall process by 20% by the end of 2023.